Hello, and welcome to Marriage in Real Life with your host, Eric and Patsy Richards, a podcast about two imperfect people with an imperfect marriage. This podcast aims to help listeners know that God, who is perfect, can use your imperfections and your imperfect marriage to help others. So let's laugh and learn. I hope you enjoy the episode, and let's get straight into it.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Yes, we're so glad that you're here. I'm Eric.
And I'm Boss Lady P.
All right, we're so glad that you could join us for Marriage in Real Life. This is our pop-up session, right?
It is.
All right, yeah. We wanted to do this one. Wanted to make sure we keep our listeners involved. And this is one of the subjects we're going to talk about tonight that some people had asked, about. And so it's a lot of things that's been happening. And, want to give a shout out to because our grandbaby is growing.
Yes, she is.
Yes, our grandbaby. Amaya is really growing. Our daughter moved to Tallahassee. So we give a shout out to them when they was here this weekend, and Juicy is doing good, and everybody. So we just want to give a shout out to all of our children.
Yeah.
All right, they're doing good. All right, Natalie doing good in Chicago, and Jordan and Malika and Peaches, Erica. Man, everybody's doing good. So I'm just going to give them a little applause right there.
God is blessing.
Yeah, God is blessing. He is blessing. He is blessing. So we thank God for blessing our kids. All right. So we're ready to get into. You ready to get into this?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready to get into it as well. All right. So we're talking about 10 songs for married couples. All right. 10 songs for married couples. Now we want to preface this here. I just want to preface this. I want to say that we understand as Christians that that you can't listen to any and everything, right? We understand that.
Yes.
We know it. It's nothing specifically in the Bible that says you cannot listen to it, right? But because it's not in the Bible that we cannot listen to it, that doesn't mean that we should do something.
Absolutely.
Right? And so we know that music influences people.
Yes, it does.
And if music influences people. And what we're getting ready to talk about tonight, we hope that music influence you for your husband and wife, which God created, right? For love making, right?
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Okay, he created for love making. He didn't create it for the 3-level word. He created for love making. Amen. All right? You got to go to the upper room. All right?
You gotta like for production, for creating for creation, right?
Right.
Okay, so what about when you ain't creating no more?
What?
God is okay with that too, right?
No, God still wants you to, he created it for love making, for relationships between husband and wife. Yeah. So if you finish creating, you still got to build that relationship, that that one-on-one time.
One-on-one.
That upper room. All right. All right. So he wants us to be a part of that. That's what he wants.
It's a form of communication too, I mean, lovemaking is a form of communication to your significant other, to your husband or to your wife.
Okay.
I would like to say that.
Okay. So lovemaking is a form of communication between your husband and wife. Well, how is that? Because we always talk about communication here. We always talk about that. So how is that a form of communication? That's right. Yeah, come on now. Come on with it.
It's because, if your spouse is coming on to you, that makes you feel sexy. That makes you feel like he wants you. He's attracted to you.
Okay.
So all those things go in with the whole form of the art of making love.
Okay.
It lets you know that you're still desired. That's
all right.
communication.
Let's keep. Okay.
Husband don't just walk by the kitchen while you frying up an egg and say, "Hey, I desire you."
Oh,
so
yes.
That's the way that he can let her know that he desires her. and vice versa, because
Okay.
you have to let you guys know that you're desired and
Right.
we're still attracted to you.
Right.
And something, that thing that made me go, from the
Okay.
first time.
All right. All right.
The first time I met you, that reminds me that, I want to share that with you. I
Okay.
want you to feel good. I want you to feel desired. I want you to feel sexy.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I like that.
Okay.
I like all that. That's very that's very good. I see Ola my classmate is on here.
Okay.
All right, yeah, we want to give a shout out to Ola. She up there in I think Indiana somewhere. Yeah, she up there in the cold. I mean it ain't cold now, but it's up there. All right, and so I want to give a shout out to her who's watching with us. All right, so we're getting ready to do 10 songs. And we're gonna just preface this. We're just gonna say we do have an interview tonight with Minister Chris Bird. All right, and he made an album in 2006 that's for the saints.
Yeah.
It's for the saints.
Yeah.
All right. So I was reading this article here, and it had something to say about music. We know that David and Tammy Mann, they made a song for married couples as well, a gospel Christian song. I think I told you this story one time before. I was talking to Ben Tankard way back in when we had Lift Them Up production, right? And I was talking to him, and he was saying, he said you can tell. He said back in 2000, I don't forget how long ago it was. It was a long time ago. It was before 2006. He said to me, he says, I could tell my wife I love her. I can tell her all day in the church. I can tell her all day that I love her. But if I make a song and put a beat behind it, now this was old, then I got a secular song. I put music behind it and I say that I love her. Then that's a song. But then again, we read Song of Solomon. And we know what Song of Solomon is all about. Yeah. Some people, we got some people that say the Song of Solomon is between Christ and the church. Nah, it was between, Solomon and his wife, which is a good thing. And we want to talk about Song of Solomon too. That's a good chapter to talk about with marriage. So, but I preface that to say that, he was, David said it's making baby music. David, about the album, and Tamala said even though we were talking about love, it wasn't nasty love music. All right. David also says it's about music to make love to, not to have the 3-letter word. David told the Christian Post. And then he joked. He said this. He said that the people are probably listening to R. Kelly and Ron Isley when trying to get romantic. All right. He says, however, their music is coming from a different place. What we represent or who we represent. You know that our love for each other is 30 years strong and growing. So we wanted to make music that people can have those intimate moments with and not listen and be like, girl, let me slap you, bump you, pop you, all that stuff. Right. Now, I want to tell you this, it is all right. And one thing I tell you this, ain't no Christian going to be listening to Amazing Grace.
No.
We ain't listening to oh, precious Lord, take my hand, All right. I want you to take my hand, but it ain't precious Lord, take my hand. All right. Or somebody, he's able. Oh, yeah, he's able.
Yeah, he's able.
He's able.
I can't hear you. I don't know what happened. Maybe you popped it. Technical difficulties.
Oh, there we go. I don't know why that came on. All right. Yeah. So, we don't want to like he's able, we want, but we know he's able, but, so, but he says, and this is what this person says in the, he says, technically, even a married Christian couple that has been together for decades could still want to slap you, bump you, pop you every once in a while. Every once in a while, we got to get, we want to get a little freaky, ain't nothing wrong.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong. R. Kelly said it ain't nothing wrong with a bump and grind, All right now. All right, we ready to get started here. All right, so these songs that we picked tonight, Patsy picked 10, I picked 10. They're not necessarily in the order, from 10 to 1. All right. I would say my last song that I'm saving is number one. I would say that.
Okay.
I'm going to tell y'all that now. My last song, my number one song, I'm going to save it for last. All right. All right. And like I said, we got Chris Bird here. He'll be here at 8 o'clock p.m. So we got 20 minutes to get through 5 songs. All right. All right. So you want me to go first or you want to go first?
go
All right.
first.
Okay. My one of the top 10 is When We by Tank.
Oh, okay. I know that song.
You know that song?
I know
When
that
We.
song.
You know, I can't say the words.
Right, you can't say the word.
Can't say the words, but When We. Now, when I hear that song drives me to, think about you and think about, when we. Woo, yes, it's getting hot in here already. All right, when we. All right. So that's my first song that I want to throw out there, When We. All right. Now, if you're listening to us and you want to put in your comments, you can put in the comments, put in the section, and I'll put in about your songs. All right. All right. Show me give me yours.
Okay. One of my top 10, well, the top 5 of my top 10s is "Do Me Baby" by Prince.
Oh, now you talking about my boy now.
And I just want to be done.
Oh, Jesus. All right. I got. Yes, sir. All right, "Do Me Baby." So, do you like the Melissa Morgan version or do you the
It's all the way.
All the way.
Whole 7-9 minutes.
Oh yeah. He got
I
yeah.
like that.
You got that 12-inch single version of that. Yeah, that's what you like. All right, cool. All right, so I like that. All right. Now this next song here, you probably don't remember it, or people who listening, they probably don't know this song, but I love this song, and it really, really gets me thinking about you and love making. All right, that song is called. This is the name of it. It's called "Far From Turtle," and it's by Bob James. It's a jazz song, but man, when I listen to that song, man, I just Lord, yeah, "Far From Turtle." I mean, we're gonna try to put some links in the bottom here of these songs, but "Far From Turtle" is a song that you should listen to. All right. So that's my second one. All right, go ahead.
Ooh. Whitney Houston, "You Give Good Love."
Okay, Whitney Houston, "You Give Good Love."
Give good love.
All right, Whitney Houston. All right, so you like Whitney Houston, "You Give Good Love." All right, why you like Whitney Houston, "You Give Good Love"?
I'm a Whitney fan. I like everything she does, but this one in particularly, I mean, she's in this song. It's like she's letting her significant other know that regardless of everything, you give me the love that I'm looking for,
Okay.
and that love is good.
All right.
That's what I want.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, you give good love. I hope I give you good love, baby. All right.
Just stop it.
All right. Cool. All right. So the next one, this is the next song here. Like you say, you get it. This next one here, boy, is a good one here. It's called "Freaking You" by Jodeci.
Oh, yeah, Jodeci.
Yeah. Yeah. "Freaking You." Yeah, by Jodeci. That song there get you going.
Yeah,
It'll get you going. All right.
One of those let me slap you and flip
Ooh,
you.
flip you around and yeah.
up in the air.
Yes, sir. All right. Okay. All right. What's your next one?
My next one.
Just want to remind people we got Chris Bird coming on at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. All right. Go ahead.
I got so many good ones down here. Let me go with something a little bit. "Sexual Healing," Marvin Gaye.
Oh, you went old classic on me.
Yeah.
That's an old classic.
Yeah.
"Sexual Healing," Marvin Gaye. All right. Okay. "Sexual Healing," Marvin Gaye. Okay. All right. I like that. All right. That's old classic. All right. Now this next one here. All right. But you can tell I must be a freak, or something.
I need to be marketing.
You need to be marketing. I ain't got no pen. Because that's why I'm going up. All right. The next song is by Silk called "Freak Me."
what is wrong with you?
I don't know.
What's going on here?
I don't know. Oh yeah. Silk, freak me, boy. That yeah. Ding 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 ding
Okay.
ding ding ding. All
Okay,
right.
So my next one
All right.
is
All right.
ooh, let me see. I should have knew that. Insatiable, Prince.
Oh, you know that's my boy. You know that's my boy. Insatiable. Now that is a song right there.
That song is sensual, it's sexy,
Mm-hmm.
just the way he sings it just really kind of bring the ambiance. If you set the mood and you got candles going and the rose petals and your Moscato or whatever,
You're right.
and you playing that, you got it nice. This song really sets the mood.
Mm-hmm.
Insatiable.
Okay, insatiable. Okay, I like insatiable. You know that. All right, so this next one here, you'll like this one. All right. Love Me in a Special Way by DeBarge.
Yes.
Love me in a special way. All right.
Yes, Ola, adore. Yes, the extended version, absolutely.
Yeah. You getting ahead of yourself there, Ola. All right. But yeah. All right. But Love Me in a Special Way, DeBarge. DeBarge voice, especially L, but when they were a group, man, they were awesome.
Yeah, they were.
They were awesome. And they did have some good love making songs. All right. For married couples, right? Now, because we're not talking about single people, right? We don't talk, but we're Christians. All right. We talking about for married couples in the upper room. All right. So Love Me in a Special Way. What's your next one?
I'm looking down my list trying to find
Mm-hmm.
something. Sex with Me, Rihanna.
Oh, Jesus. This girl done went Riri on me.
I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. I wish we could play some of the snippets of these songs, but we don't want to get banned from YouTube. We just can't do that. But why you like that song?
Well, I really can't really say much of that. Well, because in it she says sex with me is so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to say that I like the song because it's my partner that makes it amazing.
Ah, I like that. I like that.
Mhm.
And again, so we got those five. All right. You know, as we said before, this is all about between a man and a woman, between a husband and a wife,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Love making should be a very part of your marriage, right? It should be.
It's just
And
as important as communication. It's a part of communication.
part of communication. And it should be when one person is not holding up to their thing, they should want to try everything they can to uphold their part,
Absolutely.
right? Because the only time that we are not supposed to be, making love or everything, we should get permission from one another, right? As a married couple, if we're going on fasting and praying, right?
Mhm.
Hey, Patsy, I'm getting ready to fast and I'm getting ready to pray for something, so we're gonna hold off, because the Bible says your body is my body is your body, right?
Yes.
Right? And so that's the only time we should be withholding making love. We should not withhold making love as a punishment,
Absolutely
right?
not. Right.
No, he be saying, no, I ain't gonna give you none, unless you do this. There's no if and or.
You're like, hey, fuck over that credit card.
Oh boy, yeah, it nothing like that. We don't do that. It's something intimate. It is intimate. Intimacy, love making between a man and a woman is intimate. That's why you should not bring other people. I believe Jesus was very he was God. He was a very smart man. And he was saying, look, don't be bringing other people in there, because when you bring other people, when you get off or to porn or whatever like that, when you start watching these things and you start doing, especially like with porn, you start wanting your mate to do what you see on TV. Have one leg here and one leg up there, and all this kind of stuff, because that's what you're watching in porn, and that's why you must, if anybody's watching, if you're addicted to porn, I pray for you that, you get off of that addiction, because you don't want to bring that into a marriage, and you don't want that to be a part of your marriage, because you want to, like you said earlier, you want to explore your partner. It's between you and your partner, not nobody else.
Right.
And
agree.
That's how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you don't supposed to bring nobody into it. Hey, look, if you want to bring whips and chains and all that kind of stuff, well, I see your face now.
Let's you two agree.
Let's you two agree. You two agree, so but you got to agree on that thing, and that's my only thing, is that we know from experience in the early church. The early church did not talk about love making between a man and a woman. I told you one time before on our podcast that I never did see my mom and dad show any kind of affection. They didn't show any affection, holding hands or anything. I didn't see that. Right. Mm-hmm. But I pray that our kids saw that with us, that we hold hands, we kiss, even though they say ew and all that kind of stuff. But they saw that we showed affection to one another, because that's what it should be.
Right.
That's what it should be. And then, like I said, the early church didn't talk about that. The preacher didn't talk about it. The mothers didn't talk about it. The deacons didn't talk about it. The trustees. What did they say? What was their thing about the 3-letter word?
Save yourself for marriage.
Save yourself for marriage. Women, girls, keep your dress down. Yeah, girls.
Keep your dress down and your pants up.
Yeah, pants up. Boys, keep your pants up. That's it. That was it. That was all you're gonna get, right? And so the only time you learned about the 3-letter word was from somebody else.
Your friends.
Your friends. Come on now. Your uncle.
Your dirty magazine.
Oh,
underneath the bathroom.
Oh, Jesus.
Be like, oh my God,
what is this? You're holding up the dirty magazines, and your uncle telling you stuff, and your cousin talking, stuff like that. So it's not right. The church should be talking about it. And the church should be the one that's saying, hey, this is between a man and a woman, a husband and a wife.
Absolutely. I agree.
Husband and a wife, and if you save yourself for a husband and wife, and both of y'all don't know anything, that's a good thing to learn. Right. Mm-hmm. All right. So I know it's 7:53. All right. We're going to see if, let's hit one more song. Before we bring Chris on. All right?
Okay.
All right, we're going to hit one more song before we bring Chris on. My next song that I love, and I know you're going to agree with this one. You ain't got it on your list, but I know anybody out there, anybody that tells me this ain't one of these songs that when you listen to it, The Secret Garden.
Oh,
with Barry White.
Okay.
Al B. Sure, James Ingram, and El DeBarge.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I ain't talking about this new Secret Garden, with the young cats. They it's pretty good, but the old cats is the one that's doing it. Barry White. But when you hear that voice, Barry White voice, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'll Be Sure, James Ingram, and El DeBarge, The Secret. Quincy Jones did that song, and like you say, you got to hit the long version.
Yeah.
The short.
Back then, music was music. It was, it was good music, and now it's just a lot of stuff added in the music.
Mm-hmm.
But that one, it seemed to be more genuine.
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like, that. So The Secret Garden. That's The Secret Garden. That was it, man.
Yeah, that was
Secret Garden. All right, come on.
Can you not stop singing.
Okay.
Stop it. You gonna sing every song?
No, I ain't gonna sing every song.
What do I want to go with? Motivation. Kelly Rowland with Little Rain. I like the remix on
Motivation.
I like that song because in that song she is encouraging him to go for it. Like, you got this. I got your back.
And I would tell you that's one of my songs too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's on my list too. Motivation.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. I love that song, Motivation.
I like this song because she's encouraging him. And sometimes we have to encourage our significant others and let them know that you're doing a good job. Hang it up, baby. You're doing a good job. You got this. Go.
You the one. Oh God, you the one. Yeah. You gotta come on, go.
Go.
Well, you introduced me to that song. Yeah, and I fell in love with that song, man. That's one of my top 10 too.
I remember we were on a little road trip, and I said, "Hey, babe, you ever heard this song? Turn it up. You gotta listen to the words."
Right.
And yeah.
Okay.
It's one of my, as a matter of fact, it's on my playlist.
Right. Now again, these songs, I'm gonna say it throughout. These songs are for married couples only, right? You know, when you out there single and stuff, you shouldn't be listening. You shouldn't be listening to these type of things because they would drive you to do some crazy things, right?
Depends on where your relationship is
with Christ. Okay, all right.
I have to say that because a lot of people feel like, oh, Christians shouldn't listen to certain music and Christians shouldn't watch certain movies and Christians, this, that, and the other. But my thing is, where your relationship is with the Lord is going to determine where you fall at on your list of music. It's the same way, is it? If you know that the Bible says don't be drunk with wine and you're an alcoholic, don't go buying alcohol because that's going to trigger you. If you have a problem with being with sex addiction or highly, sexual, don't go listen to stuff that's going to get you in the mood because that ain't going to work with you. So you have to really know where your relationship is and where your level of maturity is in the Lord.
Yeah.
When you choose stuff to listen to, and that's just my personal opinion.
I agree. As a pastor, I agree with that. Like there's certain things you can watch, certain things, certain. I know Christian people that watch certain movies that I say, oh no, I can't watch that. Just because it's not for me. I just can't do that. Certain people can listen to certain music. I say, oh no, that ain't none of me. I just can't listen to it. One, I can't understand it. Two, they talking about stuff, if I do understand, they talking about stuff that I don't agree with and I don't want in my spirit.
Absolutely.
Right? But like I said, we're talking about songs that when it's you and your significant other, and when I say significant other, I'm talking about your married significant other. You're sitting in the bedroom, you got the candles down, and it's something that you are listening to together, right? There's something you listen to together.
Let me just say this though.
All right.
The craziest thing that my mom do. Now, my mom sold out for the Lord. 100%.
Sold out. She's sold out.
Sway her to the left. She won't even not come to church in knee highs.
No, yeah, she gonna come. Yes, right.
But my mom will be watching a horror movie with her Bible on her lap. When the commercial come on, she reading her Bible. When the commercial is over, she go back to watching a horror movie. And I'm like, how do you do that? Why are you watching that? That's just crazy. She said, oh, that ain't real. But this here in my lap, this is real.
This real.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's a level of maturity.
That's a level of maturity.
A level of maturity.
Yeah. And you're right. Your mom, is she going to, you don't sway your mom now.
No,
because, your mom know it was nothing but God that brought her out.
Amen.
And so when you know ain't nothing but God, and nobody can sway you.
Absolutely.
Nobody can sway you. All right, we're getting ready to bring Chris Bird on. We're getting ready to bring Chris Bird on. All right, we're getting ready to bring him on and talk to him a little bit about his album and everything like that. All right. Hello, Chris. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey. Yes, sir. We're glad to have you on with us tonight. Hey, we bought your CD, 2006, We got the version with the not the red but the black.
Right. You got the original
Yes,
version.
sir. Yes, sir. We got the original version. All right, Between the Sheets, from Chris Bird's collection of songs in the key of love, Volume 1. I just want to tell everybody you need to get it. You need to get this. You need to get it. So, Chris, tell us. I know you sent me your bio. And I'm telling you, he's a Grammy nominated, multiple Stellar Award winner, producer, and everything like that. But just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Toledo, Ohio. I grew up from a musical family of six. All the boys played and all the girls sang. And so I just kind of watched them. I was the only one that didn't take lessons. And my brothers all took lessons. So when they came home, and I watched what they did, and then I picked it up. And so anything I learned, it was just kind of learning by ear. And from that point, I grew into just listening to music on the radio and just picking it up and playing in church. We were always around music and in church, so that's all we do. But as a teenager, I got married early and hooked up with Bishop Rance Allen at the age of 19.
Whoa.
And so I started, I was the music director, or minister of music at his church. And from that grew into playing for the Rance Allen group and writing and producing and all of that. So that's how a lot of the recording started. Even though I did my own music even before I started producing for them, I was always kind of, into doing that. But I did a lot of my own records as well. But some of the Grammy nominations and Stella, those came from producing those records. So Rance Allen Group has actually won several Stellars and been nominated for Grammys, and those were records that I produced. So just proud about that. But in the midst of all of the records that I did, gospel records, praise and worship records, I did this love CD.
Yes. We thank God for you.
Amen.
We really thank God. We were just reminding ourselves when we listened to the beginning of it where you and the fellas y'all was talking.
Yeah.
that was a really funny scene, and we love that. So what inspired you to write this album? What inspired you to do this album?
Well, I guess first I had to say my wife.
Okay.
She's definitely what inspired me. And we just celebrated 40 years of marriage.
Whoa, I got to give you applause on that one. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, and so it's been, it's been wonderful. The first, of course, marriage has its ups and downs. First, maybe 5 to 7 years was rough because I was young. I got married very young, so I was immature. But after that, I started to mature and really appreciate what God had given me and learn how to treat her right and learn how to be a good husband. But of course, she was my greatest inspiration. But it's funny how this came about because I'm one who I'm a worshiper first when it comes to even my music. I love praise and worship music. I love writing praise and worship music. And a lot of times in my private time with God, I'm praying and I'm sitting at my instrument playing and I'll sing to him. And a lot of times that's how my music comes. When I get into his presence, the music just flows. And I start hearing songs and start writing songs, just being in the presence of God. And so a lot of the music that we've done and we've recorded came just from spending time with God. And so in those times, as I'm writing songs, praise and worship songs, all of a sudden I'm hearing stuff like, you bring out the wild side.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I'm going to tell you, that's my favorite.
Yeah. Preacher wanna cruise. rude tonight. I'm hearing this, and I'm like, God, what is this? I'm like, Satan, the Lord rebuke you. You know, what is, I'm in the presence of God, and all of a sudden these songs is coming to mind, and I'm like, what is this? And you know, I just kind of pushed it to the side, you know, and then it kept happening. It happened several times, and I'm like, okay, God, what is this? Is something wrong with me? And he told me, he said, I want you to write some love songs from my perspective, from a biblical perspective, just for married couples.
Wow.
And so, you know, I kind of wrestled with it because that ain't what I'm used to doing. I've never really done that before. And I wrestled with it for a little bit, but I just went on and started doing it. I was like, okay. So I went in the studio, started laying the tracks. And once I pulled some other some of my friends together that were married. So everybody that worked on the project had to be married.
Okay, good.
And so once I did that, got it all finished, mixed and mastered, I let my pastor hear it.
Okay.
And because I, wanted to make sure she agreed with it and was okay with it. So when she heard it, she kind of, looked, bucked her eyes a little bit and was like, wow. But after she listened to it all, she was like, yes, I love it. This is God. So after that, I knew I was good. And of course, I let others hear, like my brother, he's a preacher as well. Some other people that have walked with me, Bishop Rance Allen, of course, but just getting their endorsement on it gave me a lot of confidence in knowing, okay, I did hear from God. And so that's kind of how it happened. And because, and it's funny because the record label that I was signed with at the time, I just did, I think the album we had just recorded was Next Level. It's called Next Level, Chris Burton True Victory. And so I was at the end of my course with that label. And when I presented it to them, they were like, what is this? This isn't, you can't do this. You can't put this out. And I'm like, well, this is what God gave me. I mean, I know it's different. It ain't what you guys are used to. And they were like, well, no, you're going to ruin your career. And we don't want to, they were very conservative, which is, that's fine. But they didn't want no parts of it. They like, if you're going to put this out, then we're going to terminate our agreement.
Wow.
Well, I'm like, I hate that that you feel that way, but I got to do what God told me to do.
Right.
And so from that point on, I'm, shopping it to other labels. And I had a few labels that were interested, but they wanted to change some things. Like they wanted to change the packaging and just, take off the parental advisory, married couples only.
Wow.
That's what God gave me. And I didn't want it to be, I didn't want it to be deceptive to where anybody pick it up and, or any children pick it up or anybody that's not of age, not married. This is for married couples,
Yes.
And this is the way, even though if you're not married, it's educational and it can be a tool to help you understand what it's all about. But I wanted to make sure that they knew this is what it was. And so I had to do it the way God told me to do it. And that's what actually got me to start my own label. And so that's what we did, and we put it out.
Wow, man, that's awesome. So, what is your favorite song on the album?
Oh boy, I got so many. It's hard to say.
It's hard for me to
Wow.
choose.
I do love Wild Side, but it's like Between the Sheets. I love that one. In Love with You. Dance with Me. Dance with Me is one of my favorite, and it's because I'm rapping. That's something that's kind of a little different for me, kind of out of my element. kind of
Okay.
doing like a poetic rap. So I really love that song. But
Okay.
it's so many. I got a lot of favorites on there.
Okay. All right. All right. So when will Volume 2 come out? Because this is Volume 1 of 2006. It's time for
Ah,
Volume 2
man,
now.
it's been overdue for so long, and I tell you, I really want to do it, and I'm probably going to do it soon. We've been talking more about it here recently, but it's just having so many other projects come at me and other work that I've had to do and produce for other artists. A lot of the music that I've wanted to put out myself, I've had to put it to the side
Okay.
because of the workload that I've had in producing for other artists. But that's kind of changing now, and so I think I might do something real soon. I'm not gonna say when,
All right. We're
but
looking forward to it now.
I just got to come up with some more songs. Guys got to download those songs into my spirit again.
Okay. All right. So I would tell you this. We're going to commit to pray and fast so the Lord can give you some songs.
Absolutely.
All right. I appreciate that.
We on your prayer team. All right. We on your prayer team. The Lord to give you some songs. All right. Pat, you got any questions you want to ask?
No, I'm just excited to hear how it all came about. When I tell you how much I love this CD, I think we burned it out. We wouldn't let our kids listen to it, and they were like, "Why we can't listen to it?" We was like, "For married couples only. When you get married, we'll let you borrow it." So as they were growing up, they would look at it. We'd be like, "Nope, you need to put that down." As a matter of fact, I think we had to hide it one time.
Yes, we did. We had to hide
They
it.
wanted to hear it. You know how kids are. When you say that they can't, they wanted even the more. But we put emphasis on it. It's for the married couples only, and they truly and they waited out.
Yeah.
They waited for it. So I'm excited to hear. That there's actually a volume 2 coming out. Possibly, I'm gonna be praying and fasting on that. And my favorite song on there was the Song of Solomon.
Poetic Song of Solomon. Oh, man.
That's my favorite one.
You know what? I forgot about that. Yes.
Oh, God.
You know what?
Yes,
That might be the one. That might be the one.
That one.
That song, we actually were reading from the Bible.
Yes.
Strictly from the Bible. I mean, it was, I believe if I'm not mistaken, it was the Message version of the Bible, the Message Bible. And, Song of Solomon is very, very explicit.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah.
So, and then we had so much fun doing it. We had so much fun recording it. Yeah, so I think that I will say that's my favorite.
Yeah, that's
okay.
My favorite.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, but that's my favorite. But I have another favorite, like you said, to bring out the wild side. Boy, I love that.
That one's nice.
Yeah. You probably could tell from that if you were listening earlier, you could tell from the songs that I picked. Like "Freak Me" and "Freaking in You," that I gotta have wild side on somewhere.
Right. Yes, sir.
I do.
Oh man! But Chris, it's been fun, and tell us how people can reach you, how they can connect with you, and where they can get this CD. I know it's still streaming and still available, so tell us a little bit about it.
Well, yes, it is available online everywhere, wherever you get your music now. Because now I don't think a lot of people buy CDs. But if you still do, I have some in my warehouse. But it is available online. So if you get, through Apple Music or Spotify, Amazon, however you get your music, it is available. And you can reach me I'm on Facebook, YouTube. So make sure you follow me. Make sure you follow me on Apple Music as well, and Spotify, Pandora, all of those places. But inside Chris Bird, you can find me on like Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, all of that. And I'm just kind of getting used to all of this new way of getting music. You know what I mean? It's different, but hey, we're just trying to stay ahead of the times.
Right. I would tell you this before we let you go. I mean, there's been other people, other Christian artists that that has done, music, for married couples. I mentioned David and Tamla Mann, and I know Dr. T.D. Jakes, T.D. Jakes did one. And it seems to me that I would tell you this, I'm gonna be honest, yours is the best. Because when I listen to this, I don't hear feeling moving. I don't hear him. I don't hear that. I
Right, right.
when I and I'm gonna be honest, when I listen if I listen to the other people, I hear their name. I hear "Take Me to the King." I just hear that voice in the background. I hear with TDJs, I hear "Get ready, get ready, get ready." With that, but with your CD. I don't hear feel him moving. I don't hear that.
Right,
I
right.
hear an actual, it's just so good. I love that CD. I love it. Yeah,
Man,
we
you
love it.
know what? That means so much because I know that a lot of people when I actually did this and before they bought the CD, they was nervous because it's like we don't feel right listening to this. We're so used to hearing you sing gospel, and even my kids, of course, they weren't supposed to listen to it. They didn't, but they didn't want to listen. It's like, no, Dad, we can't listen to that. But of course, my youngest daughter's married, so I know she's listened to it because I think we gave it to her as a wedding present. But she probably
Mm,
listened to it actually before that, and my
yeah.
oldest daughter probably has too.
Hmm.
But I even told them if you do listen to it, that's fine because it's going to give you education as
Hmm.
well. So but that's always that means a lot to hear somebody say, uh, you know, I don't hear feeling moving or the songs that I normally do. So that
Yeah.
I appreciate
All
that.
right. Well, we're gonna give another applause for Chris Bird. We want to thank you, Chris, for
Yes,
hanging out with us a little bit, and we wish you well. And again, we're part of the prayer team, and we're gonna be
yes,
praying and
sir.
fasting for Volume 2 to come out soon. All right.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you for having me.
All right. God bless you.
Thank
God
you.
All
bless.
right, God bless.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was Chris Bird. All right. All right. So now we're gonna finish up ours. Man, what a great interview, huh?
That was great.
Yeah, that was our first time doing an interview, babe. Give me some, give me some. Yeah, that's my baby. Yeah, that's it right there. All right, hey, so we're gonna finish up. Again, we want everybody to get this from Chris Bird collection, "Songs in the Key of Love," Volume 1. All right, I stopped at Secret Garden. My next song, I got what we got. Well, we agree with motivation, right? We agree with motivation, so that's a wash.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
My next song is "Permission" by Ro James.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
Permission. Yeah. You have that permission.
You have my permission.
I have your permission. All right, baby. All right. All right now. All right. Okay. All right. What's yours?
Well, I already said Chris Bird, Poetic Song of Solomon. I really, really like that song. It just and back in the day they used to actually put the lyrics in the cover of these
Mm-hmm.
songs.
Mm-hmm.
But I like this because so many people have this whole misconception of Songs of Solomon
Right. Right.
in the Bible and the way he portrayed it in the CD. I was like, okay, I really, I can relate. I
Yeah.
can relate. It was relatable.
They was reading from the
it
scripture,
was
man.
it was right from where God
Talks.
himself
Yeah.
talks about
Yeah.
loving your significant other. So
Yeah.
that is definitely like one of my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah. We would tell anybody if you want to listen to something about Song of Solomon, go to Chris Bird. What number is that? What number is that?
Number. Ooh, they in Roman numbers, baby. 10.
10?
Yeah, I think 10.
Okay. And listen to Poetic Song of Solomon. I mean, I'm telling you, you as a Christian, you hear the words of God, but it is just something it's just something that is between you and your spouse, man. I'm telling you, that's a good one. All right. So I think somebody already talked about this. Ola did.
She did.
She went ahead. All right. Adore. Adore by Prince. Boy, I'm telling you, when that little joker hit them high notes, man, I tell you, man, It makes you want to, you know.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I hear you, babe.
All right, you hear me? All right, I'm
And
long
we
as
know
you.
you got all of his stuff.
Yes. Even this new stuff. All right, go ahead.
Okay, I did Pressure
Oh,
by Ari Lennox.
you know, I turned you on to that one.
You did. Thank you.
Yeah. Like, you know, I don't know if you heard the long version.
Well, I've heard a remix on there with someone else, the
Mm.
guy, and I was like, okay. So
Yeah.
he kind of came back to us, say, okay, if this is what you want me to do, this is what
I'm gonna do. Do you?
So I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I like that song.
Okay, yeah, Pressure. Yeah, all right.
Thank God I haven't heard it in a while. It was on heavy rotation for a minute.
Yeah.
I was getting sick of it.
Yeah, and I think it's another one that we like. It's another one that we like together. All right. Essence.
Oh, Essence with Wiz.
Wiz featuring Tim's.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a nice one. That's a nice song. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I like that song. That song seemed a bit elegant to me.
It's elegant? What you mean by
I'm
that?
trying to think. Let me see if I can remember. Yeah, because she's saying you don't want nobody but this body.
Hallelujah. Come on, somebody give him the highest praise.
Well, we don't want that.
No, yeah, I'm telling you. Hey, yeah, you don't
Because
want
she's
that.
literally telling him in this song, like, I got all that you need.
Right.
You don't need nobody but this body.
Right.
So I think that was just her indirect way of saying, you know, I got what you need.
Oh. Hey, we got Nikki on there, so you better watch it now. Nikki. All right, Nikki.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Nikki, how you doing? Give us a shout out there. Give us a shout out. All right, so let's see. So now we're getting down to the last one. Right? All right. You got one more, and I got one more. You got one more?
I got one more.
Mm-hmm.
I have Love on the Brain.
Love on the brain. Love on the brain. It's nice to have love on the brain now. It's nice to have love on the brain. All right, cool. I like that. Now, this is my all-time favorite for love making. All-time favorite for love making song.
Let me see if I can guess.
Go ahead. See if you can guess. If you can guess, I'll buy you a handbag. Yeah. If you can guess the song, you probably know it, but I would go and buy you a handbag. You should know it. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. All right.
Art of Noise.
Nope, not Art of Noise. Not Art of Noise.
One more guess.
One more guess.
Would you like Art of Noise?
Yeah, I like Art of Noise, but that ain't it. Well, you done lost your handbag, so you can give another guess.
No.
But you know what?
No, it's not worth it.
It ain't worth it.
No.
All right, you get one more guess.
I don't want another try.
You want another try? I was going to give you one more guess and give you a handbag again. Give you one more time to get a handbag.
Purple Rain?
Nope, not Purple Rain. You got the right person, but it ain't it.
I don't know.
It's Scandalous. Yes. And I'm not talking about the 6-minute version. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the 12-minute Scandalous version. Now, that's a song right there. And anybody can't tell me that song don't do it for you. What you think? I know I said Secret Garden. Now, Secret Garden will do it for you. But when you turn on that Prince Scandalous, and you know that what you are doing is scandalous.
Whoa!
I mean, that some people may consider it scandalous, but it's between you.
If you're not doing it with the one you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. But look at here, that song right there would get your toes curling.
I don't know. I think Insatiable.
You think Insatiable is better?
And Do Me Baby too.
Oh man,
what y'all think?
Somebody
put in the.
Put in the comments which one you think of Prince is out of these three. Now, if you got another song that you think of Prince that is good too, then you just put it out there. But if you wanna say which of these songs that you like, that you would say, hey, this is the song. This is the song. I want you to put it down in the chat, or you can call in 754-222-2219. You can call in right now. What they saying, baby? What they saying?
Well, Ola said the opening of Alone on Scandalous is serious. If she says serious, that means serious business. Okay.
All right. Okay. That's what she says. The opening alone.
The opening alone.
The opening alone.
And you talking about 12 minutes.
Yeah. I'm talking about 12 minutes. I'm talking about the 12-minute version.
If it's just the opening and you still got a door and you still got 11 minutes to go.
Okay, now Ola is saying Adore is better than Scandalous. She's just giving me the opening of Scandalous, but she's saying that the opening, that the Adore. Now Adore is good. Now I ain't gonna.
Oh, it's good.
I ain't gonna chop on Do Me Baby.
I'm telling you, Do Me Baby.
Yeah, that Do Me Baby now is good too now. But I just think Scandalous is about his top.
You think?
I think that Scandalous is his top. Anybody else logging in and saying anything? All right. Anybody else that's logging in and saying what they think it is, or you can call in. Hey Nikki, what you think your song is? What you think is the best? You know you've been listening to Prince all your life, so you know how that is. Yeah, you know how that is. So I want you to try to log in, call 754-222-2219, 754-222-2219. I want you to call in and join me. And let's talk Prince a little bit. Let's talk Prince a little bit. Let's talk Prince a little bit. Let's talk Prince. I mean, Ola, you saying some stuff, but dial in 754-222-2219. All of these can be done instrumentally. You make your own. Oh Lord, you make your own words. I like that, Ola. When you say all of these, are you talking about Prince songs? Or are you talking about the songs that we've been talking about? Because again, I've been talking about When We by Tank. I've been talking about Far From Turtle, Bob James. I know you see it had a thing in there. Freaking You by Jodeci. All right. Freak Me by Silk. Love Me in a Special Way, DeBarge. I don't know if you can do that instrumental and it still means something. Now The Secret Garden, you gotta have the words for that one. You gotta have the words. You really got to have the words for that one, The Secret Garden. Permission, Your Motivation. All right. So look, y'all come on in and talk to me. Talk to your boy about that. All right. Oh, the Prince songs. Are you talking about the Prince songs? Okay. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, that man there, boy, I'm telling you, he was awesome. So we thank y'all for joining us tonight for, we used to do this every other Monday. We just wanted to do a pop in today, and we wanted to make sure we interview Chris Bird. Again, we want you to go out and not buy the CD. Like you say, if you want CDs, you can hit them up. But go to Amazon, Amazon Music, go to Apple Music, Spotify, and listen and get these songs from Chris Bird collection, Songs in the Key of Love, Between the Sheets. That's the title of it, Between the Sheets. And you'll see, I said, like you said, we got the original. We got the, one with the black cover. When you see the ones online, they're going to have the purple cover. They're going to have the purple. It's a purple cover. It's the same thing, but it's a purple cover. But we got the original, baby. That's what we got. We got the original. We don't play. By 2006, yeah, we got that. So we want to thank each and every person for joining us. What is it? Okay, Ola say this was nice. Rick and I enjoyed it. It would definitely purchase the CD. All right. Okay, cool. Yeah. Go to the Apple Music, $10.99 and I'm telling you, Ola, when you put it on, You know, it's gonna be on. I'm telling you. Now the first part, the first part, the prelude is, them joking in and everything like that. So you're gonna laugh a little bit. But when he hits, this is for the saints. Yeah, it's up from there. It's up from there. All right. Well, we want to thank you all for joining us on this pop-up show.
Yeah.
Right? All right. We're going to give everybody applause for this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us. We want to thank Chris Bird for joining us and telling us a little about himself and been married for, how long you say you've been married? 41 years?
40.
40 years?
Yeah.
Wow. That's 9 years longer than us.
Yeah.
He said he got married young too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I love what he said is that, because he married young, he had to almost grow into it, because when you're young, you know how they say you're young and dumb, you say stuff, you do stuff, whatever like that. But, thank God for wisdom, people with wisdom that will help you. You got to, in your marriage, you got to want to be helped by people with wisdom to get you through, right? You just, so I thank God, he put that out there, a transparent moment, And so, you happy about tonight?
I am.
It's been fun.
It's definitely been fun. Can I just say that, in a relationship, in a marriage, you're learning and you're growing every day. I don't care how many years you've been together.
Mm-hmm.
It's a constant next level. It's always the next level, and the maturity of it, and choosing your battles, and, coming to that agreement on different things and different, subjects that may come into the marriage. So marriage is definitely a work in progress. It's
Mm-hmm.
constantly growing for the better. Because if you can get over some of the worst things, then the even more worse things that come your way, you can handle it.
Right.
I remember just saying to you the other day, babe, I can't believe this happened. And you was like, you know what, babe? We gonna be all right.
We gonna be all right.
You know what our brother said? That's how y'all solve conflict. I was like, yeah, I trust him. And if he say we gonna be all right, then we gonna be all right. Because we done been through some things, and we done got through some things.
Mm-hmm.
And communication, and, just being who we are to one another, and respecting and having boundaries with each other. I think that's the key to success, no matter how long we've been married. I learn stuff about you every single day.
Oh yeah, I love stuff about you too.
Every
And
single
yeah.
Like, you know what? I don't know why I married this crazy man.
Oh jeez.
Then I also say, well, I fall in love with you over and over again in 30 years. I think I fell in love with you so many times.
Oh, that's a clap from me. Nah, I love you too, baby.
All right. Okay.
I love you
But
too.
thank you so much for joining
Thank you so much for joining with us tonight. We will be back in September.
Yep, September.
We'll be back in September for our
Season 2.
Season 2. You could be
Yay.
like I said. You can check us out on iTunes, Google Cast, Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
We are all there, so you can listen to us. If you want to listen to this thing again, you could listen to us again. But we're going to thank Chris Bird again. Baby, I thank you for being here with me. I love you so much. To all who was with us tonight, Ola, Nikki, who else was, it was Sexy Girls I See, all right. So we just thank God for each and every person. And we will see you in September if we don't do another pop-up. So make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you click that link. Make sure you subscribe. If you're on podcast, make sure you subscribe. Whatever, Google, Apple, make sure you subscribe, because you never know when we might do a pop-up. God bless you, and we'll see you later.
If you're hearing this message, you've listened to the entire episode. And for that, we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We hope you enjoyed this new episode. And if you did, please rate and review our show on your favorite podcast channel. Please share this episode with others who may be interested in this topic. Also, feel free to let us know what topics you'd like to see covered in future episodes. Get in touch in the comments or on any social media networks at Marriage in Real Life Podcast. See you next week for a new episode.